new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need, until you need it.
Hey guys, it's me, Brendan, here for the PMSC, the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge in Dubai for the World Finals. Let's go ahead and go. It's the biggest frame in the world and it looks so cool from the outside. Oh man, we're going really high. This is an amazing place to go if you just want to see all the sights, basically, of Dubai. I'm gonna walk across. Oh boy. Oh, I don't like that. Oh my god. The main attraction here is this, the VR park. Take a look at that, guys. That is insane. The birds drop. This might just be the main attraction. Okay, here we go. Me and these guys, woo! We're okay. Woo! Woo! All right, guys, well, my hair was blown back from that one, even if it wasn't real. Right outside the Dubai Mall, you got the water on my left. I feel like we had to show you guys this. Really? No. How are you? Oh, I'm a broadcaster in Korea for PUBG. You know PUBG Mobile? Okay. Yeah. Wrap it up. Okay. Thanks. Wrap it up. Wow, that was a really incredible water fountain show. I've never seen anything like that. Definitely one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I've never done this before. It looks like it should be a lot of fun. Let's go try it out. All right, here we go. Up the sand. Can he do it? Oh, this is crazy. Woo! Okay. The camera. The camera.
This is a blockbuster. You're gonna love it.
Oh, is the weather just so amazing. And wow, we do have the Burj Al Arab. If you come down to Jumeirah Beach, you can take pictures, you can enjoy the water and the sand. I would highly recommend it. Finally finished our Dubai tour and we've made it to the front of the festival arena, as you can see right here, for the PMSC Finals. The best teams from around the world joining together at the World Finals here for PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. It's right in front of the building that's going to be holding your festival here for PMSC World Championships here in Dubai. Are you guys ready to get going? It's a tiny world within your hands, PMSC with PUBG Mobile, and it's a tiny world within the world here at Dubai. Oh yeah, I almost got him. PUBG Mobile Star Challenge.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global, the final circle, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Good afternoon, I am Valdez. We are here in Dubai, the paradise city where all of your dreams can come true. And all the players here today are here to fulfill their own dreams of the championship. They are the ones that have ruled the world of PUBG Mobile, the greatest mobile game online for 2018. 20 teams and 80 players from all around the world will give their greatest effort in the final battleground of 2018 here tonight. Don't forget that some streamers of PUBG Mobile will also be joining us today. This is the world's first global tournament for PUBG Mobile, and tonight the world will unite with PUBG Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals 2018.
A warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the announcers desk here as we get things going for the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals for 2018. My name is Kyle Lowers. I'll be your host throughout the next 3 days of games as we break everything down. To my left-hand side, joining me, the devilish duo themselves. We do have Mr. Pubgm and we have Seven Worlds Gaming. Gentlemen, excited to be here. My first time in Dubai. I'm sure you're excited too.
My first time in Dubai as well, and I am absolutely thrilled, pumped, stoked, all the adjectives you could possibly find to be here in Dubai for the global finals of the Star Challenge. 20 teams have battled their way here. We're here now, and I cannot wait to see who takes home the title.
They put in the work, and we're definitely here to have a lot of fun. And I'm so hyped after that
Are
performance.
you kidding me? With that intro,
Jeez.
I mean, big props to the performance. That was unbelievable stuff in that intro performance.
It definitely was. And overall, obviously, these 20 teams come from across the world. We've been at some of the qualifiers as well, along for the ride, to try and see who is going to become our world champion. And becoming world champion, the first ever world champion, truly, of PUBG Mobile, is a big thing in itself, Seven.
Definitely it is, because there's pretty much from all over the world, and some that actually got qualified from India Campus Championship. So I want to go ahead and see what those teams do, because they pretty much just qualify out of their country. So I'm so hyped for this, man.
Yeah, we can talk about the teams in more detail in just a few moments' time. For now, though, let's get you up to speed with everything that's going to be going down here throughout the 3 days. Not only the tournament rules, but how the points are going to be breaking down and the prize pool as well. Because obviously that's very, very important for you guys to know at home, to follow along with everything that is going on. But overall, just very, very hyped for the tournament. Very excited to be here. We've got a great crowd here already lined up for things. And let's check out all of the action that's going to be going down. So we have 3 days worth of games that are going to be played out here to find our world champion. 29th, 30th, and the 1st of December. 5 games are going to be played each day. Days number 1 and 3 are going to be third person, and day number 2 is going to be all first person. But don't forget as well, we have our exhibition matches, which are going to be taking part at the very beginning of the day, which will be round 1 each day. Very, very important to know. Then from there, 2 through 5 will be our official matches, where the teams can rack up those points to try and get themselves the prize pool as well as becoming the world champion. And then, of course, our maps. In the first round of each day, it's going to be Sanhok for our exhibition matches, and then rounds 2 through 5 are going to be Erangel to make sure that we know who is going to become our world champion. How are they going to get those points?
Well, you're going to see 500 points awarded to the first place finisher in each game. Those games that count, 500 to first place, 365 to second place. Third place will receive 315 points on down the line. Of note, at the bottom, 16th through 20th will receive 100 points apiece. So everybody's going to get some points. However, it's the kills that really set us apart. 15 points for each kill.
And the prize pool, $402,000. And as you can see right there, first place is going to go ahead and take home $200,000. Second place, $100,000. So there's definitely a lot on the line here today.
Definitely. And also, we can take a look at the teams that are going to be participating. 20 teams from across the world are going to take action here and try and crown themselves a world champion. China brings 3. We have North America bringing 3 teams. Thailand brings 3 teams as well. Middle East going to be bringing 2 in GG Gamers and Arab Madness. We have KWCD from Korea. We have Japan from Team Japan. And with that, we have the Terror from India. We have Indonesia bringing Big E-Tron. We have Turkey bringing Heroes team. And we have Russia bringing another team. And we have plenty more to come here. And whew, that was a mouthful and a half. But these 20 teams are going to be vying to become world champion all in one.
Indeed they are. I cannot wait to see who's going to persevere out of the top. We've got a whole lot of folks that we want to take a look at today. Some teams that I definitely like to keep my eye on. We're going to be taking a look at the folks coming from GTW. And I really think those Chinese guys are going to come at it with their amazing gun skills led by Shu. So really, really good stuff.
Today. This is the BRK team from Brazil. And representing India, this is the Terror. Also from Thailand, this is RRQ Athena. Representing Indonesia, this is Bigatron. Also from Thailand, this is Evo's Burnout. Another team from Thailand, this is Illuminate Gen Z. The team from Turkey, this is Hyro. Our team from South Korea, this is KWCD. Our team from Saudi Arabia, Arab Madness. From Russia, this is Big Russian Bot. From Kuwait, this is the GT Gamers. One of our international teams here tonight, this is Team Galaxy. From the United States of America, this is Cloud9. One of our teams from China, this is CPT. Our international female team, this is Full Send. Also from China, this is GT Douyi. From the USA, this is Wildcard. From China, this is LH Douyi. From North America, this is Gangstars. And our 20th team and final team from Japan, this is Team Japan.
Team Japan hamming it up there at the very end. But guys, you'd already kind of alluded to it at the very beginning, just before that, and I want to kind of bring us back to that. So I wanted to ask you guys who some of your wildcard teams are coming in. No pun intended, of course, but who are you guys looking out for? There's some big favorites here, but I want to ask you guys deeper in. Who are your dark horses coming into the tournament?
We're definitely going to talk a lot about the first place finishers from the regionals and a lot of the favorites to win today, but there were some dark horses that we've seen throughout the tournaments thus far. You alluded to it just now. Wildcard themselves from North America. They finished in third place in the North American region, but they dropped the most kills out of any North American squad during that tournament. Watch out for Sika. He's known as one of the best close-up players in the North American region. Definitely got my eye on Wildcard to do well this tournament.
And definitely Hot Juice just bringing pretty much the hype is for his team. For mine, it actually has to be an Indian team, the Terror. They won the Campus Championship, as I was saying earlier, and I think they're going to have what it takes maybe to go ahead and take first place. So namaste to everybody from India watching.
Namaste indeed. Also keep your eye on GT Douyi. From China, they finished second in their regional. GT Douyi has an amazing leader, and he is an absolute beast on the gun. It's Chiyo Xu. And he is looked at as the guy that's going to take them to victory by their team. All of those guys boast high 30s in kills as far as their single record gameplays. So really big beasts on the guns from China.
Yeah, the next one for me is more than likely going to go ahead and have to be BRK from South America. The only team that was able to qualify from South America, and pretty much the main player from there is Baraka. He is known to be just an absolute maniac. He's going to be aggressive. They're going to try to land in Pochinki, and they're more than likely going to try to find the M4. As I was asking them, it seems like everybody seems to like the M4 on that team.
Pretty commonly a well-revered gun in PUBG Mobile as well as PUBG. The M4, everyone's staple. And we've got a lot of players here today that like that as their favorite weapon.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we're going to see kind of that change up of the meta as the tournament goes on. We saw it in some of like North America, we saw it in Europe as well, where some teams were using the DP into the later stages of the game, and then it became very prevalent down the line, as it can be a monster when it comes to some of those snake battles, especially in third person.
I feel like the DP is definitely one of the most underrated guns. One of the things that I'm most curious to see is the differences in the different regions.
Yeah, definitely, and especially how all those metas are going to clash against each other as well. Day number one is really going to give us a good opportunity to see how these guys are going to play against each other. But for now, let's introduce 4 of our teams trying to become the world champion.
Meu nome é Wagner, conhecido como Fuse, e sou streamer.
Me chamo James Luquete Gomes, sou streamer do Pubgm Mobile.
Meu nome é Gustavo Felipe Andrade Prado, ID é Zodic, tenho 19 anos e sou jogador da BRK.
Bom, o que eu espero com esse campeonato é o crescimento, tanto na minha área de streamer quanto de jogador profissional, o crescimento que isso vai me trazer, proporcionar, né?
Me sinto muito feliz e principalmente muito orgulhoso por ter chegado até aqui, porque muita gente.
Olha, a característica principal do nosso time é ser um time muito estratégico. Nas partidas que a gente ganhou, em todas as partidas a gente chegou na última save com um time completo, vivo. Ninguém caiu nenhuma vez. Então a gente é muito estratégico e a gente evita trocação no começo para poder ganhar no final.
É rushar. Se a gente sabe que tem um squad num certo lugar, a gente corre lá e tenta. O nosso ponto forte é tentar pegar o máximo de kill.
Bom, eu sou o capitão do time. Minha posição no time, eu sou mais agressivo. Gosto de fazer o rush, passo as cal pro time também. E também cuido da administração também.
Principalmente a Uzi. E vamos supor que eu sou um cachorrinho do time, onde o dono aqui fala ali e eu corro e faço aquilo. No meu caso, o humor, a gameplay com o humor. Eu misturo muito os dois. Sim, normalmente quando a gente trabalha, a gente faz um stream, uma live, né, muito longa, agradecer a todo mundo aí, principalmente aquelas pessoas que mesmo assim apoiaram a gente e falaram, vocês vão chegar na final.
Porque é uma comunidade muito grande, a gente é muito grato por todos eles que estão sempre suportando, sempre dando suporte para nosso trabalho do Pubgm Mobile. A gente veio preparado para jogar, vamos buscar o título que vence o melhor.
Galera, fica ligado, o BRK chegou!
Tamo junto, Brasil!
الاي دي ام 7 الكويت، العمر 25 سنه، المهنه طالب.
الاي دي ماجد 09 العمر 24.
الاي دي في صالح العمر 17 المهنه طالب.
الاسم خالد العنزي، الاي دي كاريزما 3 المهنه اخصائي محتوى.
يلا اوكي. انتوا الاثنين حلو اللعبه. لا لا اقول ايه ولا لا كيف؟
لا باذن الله نحقق هذه البطوله انا وفريقي ويحالفنا الحظ ان شاء الله.
هدفنا طبعا تحقيق المركز الاول بصوره مناسبه.
اول شيء كانت تجربه رائعه ممتازه وفيها عده اشياء كجرافيكس، هذا اللي حببني في اللعبه وخلاني يعني كادمان في اللعبه.
احنا مقسمين الادوار بيننا حتى اذا طاحوا اللي قدام يتغلبون عليهم.
يعني مثل ما قال الليدر حقنا الثاني، الاشخاص الثانيين يعني زي الحمايه لهم. والله صراحة يعني إن شاء الله كبداية مثلا بزنس.
أي السيارة هي الأهم مثلا عندي، يعني هي اللي أحب السيارات يعني.
لكل حادث حديث.
فإن شاء الله نقدر نفوز. إني أستخدم العقل قبل المهارة وراح أتقلب عليكم بعقل.
We are DT Gamer!
My name is Gank Angry. I am from Dallas, Texas, and I stream PUBG Mobile on Twitch and YouTube for a living.
Endgame name is Gangazute, and I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm a student, and PUBG Mobile is now like a part-time job for me.
I'm Everfury. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm a student as well. My passion is making video games.
I'm from Eugene, Oregon, and
I feel amazing, and I never thought that something like this would ever happen.
The most attractive thing about PUBG Mobile is being able to play with all your friends and with 100 other real people. I feel so lucky to be here. It's like a dream. I never thought we could have come together to play a video game as friends and as family.
So much going on. When we're making our rotations, there were so many teams around us shooting at us. We made it to a certain location.
We were at Roz.
Yeah, Roz. It was at Roz.
I remember the blue zone was right on our back as the zone was closing in. I let Zute and Angry push up to the ridge as I stayed back and I made sure that no other team could flank them from the left. The first day in North America, PUBG Mobile Star Challenge, our biggest competition was Team Gates. I managed to take down 2 of them with a grenade instantly.
Adaptability, knowing when we get put in a hard situation.
In those matches that we did lose to them, because the amount of teams that were rotating, that were coming around us, fighting us.
Have fun, I would say.
Put our team on the map and put our region on the map.
We are representing North America. Gang Stars, baby!
Hi, I'm Brick. I'm 28 years old. My in-game name is Hot Jukes. I'm from Poteet, Texas. I'm a farmer and also a winery owner.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, aka Outsider 9K. I am 23. I'm from California.
Hi, my name is Jesus, aka Siga. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Red Bluff, California.
Hi, my name is Dylan. My in-game name is Lucifer Baton, aka Lucy, is what everybody knows me by. I'm 26 years old. I'm a critical facility engineer from Northern Virginia.
Yeah, so this has been incredible. You know, where I live, we don't really have an opportunity to use internet because it's not available on the farm I live at. So mobile gaming has just been I've always loved gaming, so it's like this has been an opportunity to play a competitive game where I live. So yeah, you know, it's just incredible to be able to do this.
I think it's a really good thing to do, to have the world play against each other, and it's really exciting, especially from North America. It's exciting to fly out, and it's a good opportunity to show the world what the US has to do, or has to offer.
I think my most memorable moment was when it was the last game in LA. During the end, that's when you start pushing up, start wiping out game starts and Cloud9. So we showed up at the end and just showed ourselves.
In Erangel, the map that we play in these competitions, our favorite drop spot would be South George. So if any team here likes to drop there, I say go ahead, go for the challenge. As a team, we've always been known as an aggressive playstyle team. So that's probably my favorite playstyle. But we understand that at the end of the day, placement points play a huge factor in these tournaments.
To all the other teams competing here at the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge, I got one thing to tell you guys, and that's when Wildcard comes knocking at your door, don't peek. Easy claps.
Gets me every time, and overall, though, great to hear from some of our teams coming in already. Let's talk about some of these teams, of course. Gangstars is a team that we're very familiar with when it comes to actually seeing them during the North American Championship. For a lot of people, they were one of the favorites over there. They weren't able to completely get that top spot. They already mentioned that Team Gates was one of their highest competition, but they've come here with a bit of a roster change compared to the North America.
Indeed, they are missing one of their top players and in-game caller, Beowulf, and shout-outs to him at home, unable to make it due to school, but they are still a very formidable team, some of the best gunners out there in North America, and these guys, I'm really curious to see how that strategy continues to evolve without Bale calling the shots over there.
Definitely, that's a huge one. Beowulf is just going to go ahead and be so much of a miss for that team, but they still have a very, very strong team, and they're always pretty much, they start off hot. I want to go ahead and see how they start off today and also how they go ahead and continue through the tournament, because it's something we saw on the NA finals. They started super hot, and then towards the second day, they just slowed down a ton, and then Cloud9 was just pretty much able to pass them on points and get first place.
Yeah, very rare that we see that kind of first day from a team in terms of PUBG Mobile, at least. Sometimes we see it on PC, sometimes it happens there, but not so much when it comes to PUBG Mobile, and that was amazing for them to start things off. Another team, obviously, that we just saw there as well was Wildcard Gaming.
Indeed.
They come in, one of them is usually very hot with the Dukes and does very well for himself. And as you mentioned before, they're one of your dark horses to potentially do well here.
I see them doing well. They're a team that has really good chemistry. They're some of really talented gunners from North America, and they're aggressive. They're not afraid to shy away from a fight, and it was concerning a little bit in the tournaments leading up to this one that, you know, maybe they're putting themselves in some hard positions, but they seem to come out on top time after time, getting those squad wipes, and we'll see if they do that here today.
Yeah, just talking about being aggressive there, actually, I believe on day one of the NA finals, they pretty much just kept getting killed or kept getting third place, but they weren't able to go ahead and start securing those first places. And then on the second place, they just pretty much riled up. Hot Jukes got super freaking hot and riled up his freaking team, and they were able to go ahead and secure their third place. And as you mentioned earlier, they did get the most kills of the NA finals.
Yeah, they definitely did. Whilst we just saw Gangstars is there as well, we mentioned that Beowulf isn't here, but the person filling in for him at this tournament is Pyra, who is part of the original roster anyway.
He's no scrub by any means. Pyra's a very, very talented player. I'm really kind of curious to see Angry, how he picks up the reins, like if he's really going to go out and just absolutely tear people apart. He's a very good fragger, definitely well known in that regard, and I'm really curious to see how these guys perform on the global stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and something to look out for is chemistry, right? With Pyra being one of the original ones, they don't have to really worry about chemistry because they've been playing together for so long, and that's something that we saw a little bit of the teams that were playing previously on regional finals, not even NA, maybe in Asia too, they just didn't have the chemistry quite there, but it seems like they've been practicing together, and from what we've been able to see here on rehearsals, it has been wild.
Speaking of wild.
No pun intended right there.
No, indeed. Oh, look, he knows he's on camera already. Of course he does. Anyway, regardless of the fact, that is Wildcard Gaming here, looking to also represent North America. And that's two of our big North American representatives that we've talked about. Who else round things out as well with Cloud9, who used to be Team Gates, coming into this tournament, picked up by Cloud9, one of the most successful esports organizations on the planet. So it's pretty good for them.
Definitely. It's a very well-known, reputable organization. They picked them up for this final tournament, and Rolex and Squad are going to be looking to do the same thing they did in the last tournament, which is set the pace early, come out, get those kills, and I'm really curious to see how they compare to some of these vaunted teams from Asia. We hear a lot about the Chinese teams coming in, about the teams from Korea, the Thai teams, unbelievable stuff, and then also we've got Team BRK here coming in from South America.
BRK pretty much with Baraka, they just, from what I was talking to them, the little one that I was actually able to speak to them, because I don't really speak Brazilian, Portuguese, they were pretty much telling me Pochinki is their way to go. So I want to go ahead and see if they're able to go ahead and control Pochinki. Is any other team going to go ahead and try to challenge them throughout the days?
Well, they also mentioned that they're a very aggressive team, and I think that throughout the qualification process, we've seen that really pay dividends, haven't we? Because of how many points you get from kills.
Right.
Those teams that have got the amount of kills, even if they've not placed necessarily highly, have actually racked up a good position.
I think my number one most favorite thing that I'm looking forward to today is all of these teams that have come here, for the most part. They're the top teams in their region. These guys are the aggressors. They're the ones that aren't scared of anybody. They're going out, they're fragging, they're killing. But so are the people across from them and next to them. And they're not necessarily used to playing in a different meta. Like the meta game could be different in Asia versus North America versus Europe versus South America. Really excited to see how these styles blend together. And then we talked about the drop location. South George, Wildcard invited a challenge over there, and they said they'd be up for it. Well, there might be some other folks out there that eyeball South George. Will we see some fights early? Because there won't be those gentlemen's agreements that typically exist when you're playing with teams of the same region.
Yeah, that's something that I'm looking forward to the most, right? Because I'm pretty sure the teams went back and did review of everything that happened.
They have to,
and they more than likely know where they're going to go ahead and land. I want to see if teams that are used to it, are they going to go ahead and challenge it? So I'm hyped for this.
Absolutely. Just to keep you guys updated here a moment, we are waiting for a small brief moment here before we get into the game. However, I'm getting word that the game is indeed ready for our exhibition match. So let's talk about Sandhawk, because Sandhawk is not the map that we usually get to go to here in these tournaments. Normally it's all Erangel, but we're going to have our 8 streamers alongside the PMSC teams playing on Sandhawk to just figure out, get a bit of warm-up and kind of gain their footing here for the first day.
That's right. Get those fingers moving, get the blood pumping on mobile. You see our 8 streamers here on stage. We got Fulu Punch, Honduras, Kitank 18, Shobosuke on stage. They will be participating with all of our teams again on Sandhawk. These guys are going to be in for some aggressive, fast-paced action. Will they be eliminated in the first 8 seconds?
Boy.
Or will they be able to progress a little bit deeper into the game?
It pretty much comes down where they're going to go ahead and drop, right? Because if they drop on boot camp, if you don't get a gun right away,
within 2 seconds.
Yeah, just pretty much try to hide in a corner and and wait for somebody to kill you, because you have to find a gun really, really fast in those kind of hot areas. Or maybe they can just go ahead and try to land in cave, which cave is still interesting, PB. Tell me about it.
Cave's a giant hole in the ground. You've got to be really precise with that landing. You can kind of hide down below. You jump in anytime from up top, land a nice pool of water safely.
Sure,
some decent gear in there, but high risk.
Yeah, definitely. And I think sometimes I've seen cave finishes where one team's on the top and the other teams are inside. That doesn't end well. That's a bit weird, to say the least.
Yeah, just when are you going to jump, guys? When are you going to jump? You're just waiting. Easy pickings.
Who's going to try to jump in the water, pretty much? And as we can see right there, Sandhawk just coming out on June 22nd, 2018. And it's, as we were mentioning, it is one of the smallest maps in the game. 4 kilometers by 4 kilometers, and the action is just pretty much phenomenal. So make sure you are ready to see a lot of action packed.
Indeed, one of the most popular drop spots on the map is boot camp. Large-scale military boot camp directly in the center of the map. This place is hot. If you want some action, boot camp is the place to go. If you're an aggressive player, this is definitely one of the top spots, and the one thing that's great about Sandhawk is there's more loot.
And important to mention, some of that loot is very different to what we see on things like Erangel and Miramar, right?
It definitely is, because we have the QBC and the QBU now in the game, and that's only exclusive for Sandhawk. So I want to go ahead and see some of these players that they are just pretty much, they know that they're going to be playing Erangel, which those guns are not there. Are they going to go ahead and try to use those, or are they just going to try to go ahead and use guns that they're going to see in Erangel, like the M4 or the AKM?
I think most of these guys are pretty comfortable handling their weapons. You got Paradise Resort, Campon wrapping up some of the most popular spots on the map, and one of my favorites to drop, Ruins. A very, very fun, layered palace here where you can find some great loot, but there's always a squad ready to drop on top of you.
Definitely. I think one of the scariest things from people going into Sandhawk as well is kind of foliage coverage, right? Trying to find a spot and not necessarily engaging in kind of sniper wars, which can be a bit difficult because of the way the terrain's structured, right?
Indeed, lots of rocks, lots of trees, lots of grass to hide in, and it can be a little bit hard to see depending on the weather.
All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. It's time to get into game number one. It's our exhibition match for day one here at the PMSC Global Finals 2018. I am going to hand it over to Pubgm and Seven Worlds Gaming for all the commentary for game number one.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Sandhawk, the exhibition match. Who is gonna go ahead and win it? Let me know, you watching at home right now, comment below, because you might just get a shout out.
Indeed, we've got the Star Challenge Global Finals exhibition match, game number one. And look at this, what do we do at the beginning of each game?
Oh my gosh.
You gotta drop out of that plane.
That plane though, that plane, it actually made me look back the first time I saw it on the screen.
Oh, it's right there behind us, over our head. And what do we got dropping out? That is the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Sponsoring the tournament, thank you guys for that exhibition match. We are ready to rock. So we've got Galaxy Doo-Doo on the plane. We're going to be watching, looks like Evo SX here as we get ready to drop in over Sandhawk. 88 total players alive at this point in the map.
Yeah, and this is just for the exhibition match. After this, it is going to go ahead and be only 80 players per match. And look at that plane path right there. We're talking about boot camp. It pretty much went straight down boot camp.
Indeed, you got a lot of players that seem to have scattered away from the central part of that plane path, seemingly playing it a little cautiously. They want to live a little longer and have fun with this exhibition match. We do have some folks going to boot camp in the middle, though. And what is this? We got teddy bears?
The teddy bear, that is right. That is interesting, actually. And the weather is actually interesting on this match, because from what I'm being able to see here, it's more than likely going to be rainy. Something to go ahead and keep an eye out, because sound just plays such a huge part of this game.
Wildcard on the board already,
Hot
wiping out Torty. Looks like Hot Jukes and also Lucifer getting a couple kills and knocks right off the bat.
And right here, we just pretty much see Kawhi just waiting patiently, and look at that. Wildcard just pretty much trying to get their skills off the bat, trying to warm up, trying to make sure they are ready for the games that are going to go ahead and matter once again. This is just an exhibition. So it's pretty much going to be Bunny versus Bears. Okay. Ooh. Look at them. They're just waiting patiently, and it is TPP, which means third-person perspective. So you are going to go ahead and more than likely see people do that a lot. Just wait patiently, and oh my goodness. Oh! Look at that, Hot Jukes just coming in and saying no! And Hot Jukes actually gets taken out right there by Torture. Oh my goodness.
Look at this, Torty is absolutely bringing it to Wildcard. They're trying to stay alive right now. Lucifer holding down the fort. Looks like they're a little bit short on weapons right now, trying to just maintain while they get picked up by their team. It looks like Seagut, one of the best close-range players out there, has been knocked, and he is out of the game at this point for Wildcard. Switching over to Korea Winter Chicken Dinner. They are also sitting here in boot camp, trying to use the trenches to their advantage, and then they're going to be looting up, hopefully for an engagement here shortly.
And Hot Jukes was able to get picked up, and now he just pretty much needs to go ahead and just find health as soon as he can. And look at this engagement here between Cloud9. They're trying to figure out where this team is at. They're waiting patiently. They already got the QBC, which we were actually mentioning here, and this man has at least a level 1 helmet.
Indeed. Sam from Cloud9 looting up. These guys running around trying to get position here on GG Gamers from the Middle East.
And Sam just waiting patiently for somebody to peek. He has that M4 ready. He also has some bandages in case he takes some damage. Look at that. He knows exactly where he's at now. Will they go ahead and push, or will they go ahead and just wait it out a little bit? Because usually we really don't see that much engagement right off the bat, unless this happens right here. Two teams land on the exact same spot, and they're just trying to take them out as soon as possible.
Kind of a little bit of a feel-out process here in this exhibition map. You got Cloud9, Rolex, and Carnage Starting to push compounds here, and look at this. Kuwait getting off a shot on Carnage. Gets a severe chunk of damage on him. Carnage is going to try to patch himself up, but now both teams definitely aware of each other's presence, and they've narrowed down where they're hiding.
And look at that, somebody, ooh, Sam, there you go. Sam pretty much was just waiting for somebody to peek just so he can go ahead and fire that M4. And now he pretty much knows that they're just waiting it out. What's interesting, actually, is that Cloud9 does have somebody right next to them on the buildings to the right-hand side of your screen. So something to keep an eye out on that. And as they're gonna go ahead and try to engage now, it might be Rolex there trying to go ahead and shoot him. They're just trying to feel, they're pretty much trying to see what everybody's trying to do. This is a feel out. Oh, here comes, he's actually gonna go ahead and stun them. Is he gonna jump out as soon as the stun goes off? He's waiting. He's waiting. He's not gonna go for it. He does have a smoke though, if he wanted to.
Sam and Kodo acting as scouts out there, kind of watching the building, make sure nobody leaves. It looks like
there goes a Molotov. There definitely goes a Molotov right there.
C9, Kato, and Sam getting hit hard right now. Salah is absolutely doing work there from the building. It looks like GG Gamers has a superior position right now. They are holding down the fort, and it looks like they're challenging C9 to come at them or leave.
And the interesting thing here is that GG does have the height advantage, right? They are going to be able to see him. If they move at any moment, they're just going to go ahead and try to be able to just throw any nades or anything along those lines. And just an overview here of the map for you, where all the teams are at. If for some reason you are new to PUBG Mobile, they need to go ahead and be inside that white circle. If they are not, they're going to go ahead and start taking damage. And as the game does progress, they will start taking more and more damage.
A couple shots there. Rolex and Carnage trying to make their way up the stairs. Here comes the push. They do get the knock, and he's going to finish him.
Somebody is behind them. They are going to go ahead and turn around. Here goes Rolex. They're pretty much trying to hunt him down. Now they have to reload. They come back up. It's pretty much a cat and mouse here.
Another finish from C9. Great teamwork there as they basically exchanged fire back and forth while each other took cover and reloaded. And we move our attention back to boot camp, where Wildcard is still alive, and they're going to be going up against career winner Chicken Dinner.
And just to remind you, if you are just for some reason tuning in, Wildcard did lose a player earlier because they got into engagement super early. Luckily for them, they were able to rile up and finish off that team, and also pick up Hot Jukes, which it seems now he was able to go ahead and get enough health to his advantage. And look at this grenade right here. Oh baby, is that gonna go ahead and get anybody?
He's on the other side of the wall there. Pretty close, but great shot there. Definitely saying, hey, we're here. Announcing our presence.
They know they're in there, and Wildcard is very, very outnumbered here by just one, but that can make a huge difference, especially if they all decide to go ahead and push there at the same time. I think from what it seems like everybody has already looted this building. Just everything. There's nothing on the floor.
They're just trying to make their way out of here safely at this point, but they're pinned down. They're going to have to battle their way out. They're comfortable with that. And Wildcard, no stranger to playing with 3 players, actually winning a couple of chicken dinners, minus a man in the North American Finals.
They definitely done so. And Hot Jukes there with that level 2 helmet was a little bit damaged. So more than likely, he is going to go ahead and try to find someone right here. LH doing you. Taking some shot there at Evos. They're not going to be able to see him because they got some snakes on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. They don't even know where they're currently getting shot from.
So 2 knocked right now from Evos. Evos coming in from Thailand, a really, really strong team that everybody in that region was watching out for, finishing 2nd overall in Asia. Evos pinned down and in a bad spot right now. LH2U doing absolute work, but returns fire. TDZ goes down.
And there you go, Evos just starting their rotation and being able to go ahead and finish them up. There is still one alive from what I was able to see there. What is he going to go ahead and do? Is he going to challenge? He is. Look at this madman. He's just going up by himself. He doesn't realize that there was also somebody there to his left as well. He just pretty much got on number.
He did. Evo's really, really low on health, and a couple of guys knocked, but they were able to persevere there, getting the squad wipe. They will come out on top there, and they will be able to patch up and have all 4 members moving forward.
And check out this circle right here. Boot camp. We also got Painan, and Cave is barely inside this safe zone.
Indeed, RRQ Athena up on the ridge here, hiding behind trees. They're looking down, getting ready to take on, it looks like, GT Doyu.
GT Doyu just trying to get into that car and just get out of there. It seems like they do not want to engage this early. They actually played it that really, really good. Just getting behind that building, getting inside, and just getting out of there as soon as possible. They say, no, this is way too early to go ahead and engage, and that's completely fine because they want to go ahead and just save some of those, everything that they have until the end. And look at this fight right here. CPT just pretty much trying to take up that card. They did not want them to go ahead and escape like we just saw that previous team do.
Really nice job to the Comfortable Penguin team here. These guys locking in 3rd place in Asia, and they're going to be going up against Team Japan here. Really, both teams here very aggressive. Taki getting hit with a grenade there from range. He's going to toss one right back. Not intimidated whatsoever.
And they're just pretty much waiting patiently here. They're actually taking some damage as one is currently down.
We got Salt Chia here pushing away around. He gets the knock here. Nice job. He's going to get knocked in return. And look at the push coming out, and Comfortable Penguin team absolutely making short work of Team Japan. Team Japan will go out early here. They're the 2nd team eliminated, and it looks like 18 will be remaining at this point in time. 69 left alive, and here we turn our attention to one of our stream teams, and it looks like we've got Xeon here with the QBZ.
QBZ being able to spot one. There goes one down. Pretty much, I'm not able to really see that name, but Xeon just trying to push forward.
Look at his health!
Oh my God,
goodness.
1 HP. 1 HP, and he's just winning out that little snake, and there you go. That's it for him. He does get taken out, and that's the team, actually. That whole team got taken out and wiped.
That's right. Stream team is going to go down. They will be taken out. Really nice work there from Illuminate from Thailand. Those guys absolutely peeking that ridge, taking them down. And it looks like right now we're going to shift our attention over to Team BRK. They're down to their last hope. Only one player left standing.
Going up against Fandy. And look at this right here. He does have a vector. He is able to go ahead and take one down. He has to watch out. The other team might go ahead and just
Katarina Suki absolutely destroying in the house, getting a couple of finishes here. Baraka taken down. This is our all-female team that is here, full send, and they are representing so far. Fanny getting knocked. Nice flank there from Zod. Zod working his way around, going to get the finish here with the Vector.
Fandy definitely not able to see any of that, and Caveira pretty much gets taken out. Interesting play there by BRK. He decided to go ahead and...
Third party, Carnage, as rocking him with C9, looking at down from the top of the ridge here. Really good third-party play there from Cloud9.
And as you can see there on the minimap on your top right-hand side, they're now starting to push. They're now starting to surround that building. And here comes Cloud9 just trying to get them easy claps, baby. They're going to go more than likely go ahead and push this. They look behind the door and just absolutely destroy that, man. Now they just go ahead and need to find the last player for full send, as Rolex is just pretty much trying to loot up as much as they can. They just came in and got some easy kills.
It was a smart play, man. They took advantage of 2 weakened opponents, and they were able to get in and get the job done, wiping both squads there. Kodo finishing off Katarina Suki. Really impressed, though, with the play of full send there, taking down South America's top team. Really, really nice job to them and Team Fandy.
Yeah, that's definitely a surprise, honestly, to me. I was not expecting that. I thought BRK was going to be able to win that engagement, but full send coming in hot. I want to go ahead and see that next game now.
Let's see it. Let's see some more from them. We got Hero officially here for Team Hero, and it looks like they're going to be taking on the Comfortable Penguin team here.
Ooh, that grenade.
Nice.
That Kobe, baby. Hero, that was a very, very nice grenade. And now they have to go ahead and watch out. Now, the only thing that we do have the team start worrying about here is getting third party, kind of like what we saw with Cloud9 full send.
Look at the flank. Look at the flank developing right now. 762 coming around. Look at that.
Gosh.
Beautiful job.
The Groza just pretty much being able to go ahead and destroy Hero. That might be it for his team.
They got Kenris up on the hill. Kenris is up on the hill with Foxer. Those guys are absolutely lethal as well. But man, what a clutch flank there from 762 coming around, just sneaking up on them. They were trying to pick up their teammate, and oh my gosh, that was it for those guys. Kenris and Foxer here.
They're trying to heal him up as soon as they can. If not, that is going to be it for them. They are wearing the the bear suits. Getting confused here between this team, which they are actually wearing the bunny suits. They're just waiting patiently. They don't want to move yet. They want them to go ahead and push. They're using that third person to their advantage.
Yeah, we need to see the map here shortly, but we've got Foxer basically holding serve here, waiting for 762 and his team to push out of the compound, and it seems like the Comfortable Penguin team is trying to do just that. They've got a good position, but it seems like they're trying to hop the wall and head towards zone.
Will they be able to get it to the zone before it moves? Actually, they are already in the zone. Check out this shot right here. He's able to see him. My goodness, the aim on this man with the M4, the recoil control, and he's trying to go ahead and finish him up. That is is it for that team. They actually got third party there by TTN, and he still thinks that there's still somebody there. He didn't notice the kill feed there. They're pretty much gone.
Wow, that was really good stuff there. TTN coming on hot, third partying once again, and that's something that we're just seeing a lot right now. And you can see the Galaxy team getting clapped there by C9. They're going to knock a whole bunch of them, and just like that, they wipe them out.
Cloud9 already racking up the kills with 9 kills. Keep in mind, once this is the exhibition match. Once it's not an exhibition match, they are going to be getting 15 points per kill.
Indeed. Right now, it's just kind of a warm-up. Players getting used to it, and we're going to see some streamers doing work. A couple of them already eliminated here, but we do have TT and Anand here, scoping in from distance here. AK with a 4X.
Ooh, waiting patiently there. I heard that sniper rifle. They're moving in smart, actually. They're going from rock to rock. They're making sure they don't get caught out in the open. And as I say that, somebody does get caught out in the open, but as soon as he hears the shots, as soon as he actually gets tagged by one, he finds a tree to hide behind.
That's right. The Terror from India hiding behind the rocks and the trees right now, trying to make their advance. CPT from China holding court here, basically hiding behind the walls, making it very difficult for the Terror to advance.
They're saying, no, not yet. We're just going to wait here a little bit more. And Amit there pretty much left his head out for a little bit too long and was getting tagged from a different team, actually.
That's one thing I've noticed about all of these players is the aim is really on point so far. These guys are not missing shots when people are showing their bodies at all. They're getting hit hard. So it's very, very evident the skill of all of these players at the Global Finals.
Look at this. Who is going to go ahead and make a move here first? Is pretty much what it comes down to sometimes, PB. Who is going to go ahead and just decide, you know what, now is the time to move, as we actually see a brand new zone. And look at all the teams that are currently outside of that zone. Ooh, hiding behind that car. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. This man with the AWM, that is it, baby. Evos just takes him out as he starts getting shot from the right-hand side. He's going to go ahead and start just moving away from that. He knows that he might be getting third party here, and he's like, nope, not yet.
Evo's Bull Shark staying alive. He's been knocked once already, but he's able to stay up. It looks like Terror has gotten the AWM shot on CPT as well on the other side of the map. Lots of action going on, but look at this. We've got Bull Shark focusing in on one of our stream teams, so good stuff.
And Bull Shark now is starting to head towards Cloud9. Now, one thing that I actually like about Bull Shark here, besides the AWM that he does have, he also has the ghillie suit. You can only go ahead and get that ghillie suit from an airdrop, and somebody just pretty much destroyed with the QBC and the QBU as well, putting in a show here. Angry, getting some kills as well with the M4. My goodness. Get ready, because the zone is starting to get a lot smaller, and this exhibition match might end fairly quickly.
Indeed it is. Cloud9 and Bigatron going up against each other right now. Bigatron from Indonesia absolutely laying waste to carnage there. They are going to start to rotate now, leaving some of the squad left alive. We also saw Gangstars and RRQ Athena, two heavyweights, going at it, trading some knocks, but let's see how that finishes up here. It looks like Bigatron pushing up the hill here into the zone.
Oh, this is waiting patiently. This is gonna get crazy. GTA is now starting to push from the right. He decides, you know what? Let me just back up a little bit. Let me go ahead and see if I can find a different angle. Now he's pushing. He knows there's gonna be a lot more people, so he has to watch out. He says, let me get these kills real quick. Easy points, and there you go. He actually gets shot by a snake on the ground.
Trading knocks back and forth. You can see, looks like Bigatron lobbing grenades from distance, trying to protect their teammates, as well as drop some smokes to cover them. And then in from the distance, we've got GT Doyu. We've got Ed there with the lethal M4 and 4x combo, just laying waste to all of these guys in his way.
And a trend I'm starting to see here, all the teams that don't have the height advantage are pretty much getting destroyed. If they get seen from anywhere, that is it for you. They're going to start raining fire, which pretty much makes you move, and there might be another team up on higher ground that's going to go ahead and see you move and destroy you as well, as we see right here.
He's been discovered. You can't hide like that.
Talking about it. My goodness. If you have the high ground, you're pretty much in a great position right here.
That's right. Ed picking up his second kill. GT Doyu is up to 5 kills as a team, but they've got the high ground, they've got the position, and they are going to try to hold it as C9 comes across the street.
And something to watch out here. Rolex making sure he starts taking those painkillers, taking those energy drinks. He knows he's going to need them. He hears all those shots. And look at here. Evos knows exactly where he's at. He's waiting patiently. He's saying, you come towards me. He does have the AUG as well. This man is looted out of his mind. Level 3 helmet, level 3 vest. He just pretty much needs the level 3 backpack there to be level 3 out of his mind.
Arab Madness working their way into the circle as well. It looks like they still have all their players alive, so they're going to be challenging here shortly. We got Angry rotating around, Angry with very little health on him. He's going to try to patch himself up. He did escape the fight there for now, but Pyra getting chipped away at as well. Gangstar's in trouble.
And GTQ just waiting patiently. Look at this man right here, trying to figure out where they're going to be coming from. Carnage, it seems Carnage is already taken out, so Carnage is more than likely going to go ahead and try to give him some intel where he thinks the other teams are coming from. Everybody just laying down. You do not want to be seen at this point, especially if you're laying down, because from what we've been able to see, everybody has really good aim. And if they see you laying down, that is it for you.
Indeed, that's something that's very high risk, but potentially high reward in that you keep your life if you're not seen. But right now we've got Arab Madness that Kodo did see one of the members running up the hill. He's onto him. You can see him flanking around here. And Kodo is one of the most aggressive players in North America. He's going to let his gun skills talk for him, but here he comes.
Definitely aggressive, and he's waiting for a shot. There you go. Now he actually didn't keep shooting.
He thought he got the kill and he stopped shooting.
He waited, which might actually put him at a disadvantage there. He was able to get one kill. Now he's getting, oh my gosh, he gets third party by his team coming up from behind, being able to give him some backup. Cloud9 here on an interesting spot. They need to go ahead and get out of this. They need to get to the safe zone.
Not a spot they want to get knocked, and as the zone's closing in right now, you can see it on the mini-map, upper right, they have very little time. It's closing in, it's about to meet the edge of the zone, and there's sheer madness going on right now. Bull Shark Evo's making his way up the hill, getting shot by GT Doyu. Really awesome to see these guys clash.
Is going to go ahead and, oh my god, he's barely there. He actually gets taken out. This GT, OU, pretty much, they're in a great spot right there until the
hard
zone
shift.
This hard
shift
shifts are going to be insane.
We've got a hard shift on the zone. Almost all the teams in a very poor position. They're going to have to work their way through each other. And check this out. Wild cards, still all of them besides Seagut from the beginning left alive. They're going to escape. 4 teams left alive. You got Illuminate. Looks like we've got RRQs going down right now to the play zone. That's tough.
Yeah, that's something you don't like to see, but sometimes it happens even when you don't want it. It happens to the best of us. And right here, look at them. They actually got the 2-car strategy. Interesting plays there by them, as Wildcard was going to go ahead and start coming in. Is Wildcard going to be able to go ahead and see him here? Lucifer pretty much being able to hear the cars. Is he going to go ahead and take some shots? I don't think he decided to wait, actually. He said not yet.
I don't think they knew they were there. They knew that GT, Doyu, and it looks like CPT are going to battle it out. 2 Chinese teams. They are doing work, but look at the third-party action that's going to be coming here shortly from Wildcard.
Yeah, Wildcard is on a great spot right there if they're able to get down. And as I said that, they're
discovered.
Getting third party.
Illuminate from Thailand up on the hill. Did see them. Got some beautiful shots off there. M4 with a 6-time, and down Lucifer goes. Wildcard eliminated in 4th place, and it's down to the Asian teams as they will see who's going to be the top dog here in the exhibition match.
And CBT here on a great spot. They're pretty much on opposite ends of each other. They're pretty much saying who's going to move first here. The smokes are going to go ahead and start coming out, and that's something you're going to see a lot on these games. The smokes that these people are able to go ahead and throw and plan out, it is absolutely disgusting in a good way.
In a very, very good way. Now, which way will the zone go is the question. We've got a bunch of teams holding a pretty safe position for the most part right now. But 2 on one side of the river, you're going to see these guys probably thin each other out first. We've got GT Doyu looking at Illuminate, and they are firing from adjacent houses right now and waiting to get that first knock so they can push.
That grenade there worked for him. He's going to go ahead and throw another one. Oh, he actually misses it. He has to run away. You don't want to get knocked down there by your own grenade. That kind of backfire a little bit. I think if you would have maybe actually made that grenade through, he more than likely would have pushed.
Shushu is down, and we also have JCZ down from Illuminate. CPT third party, and from across the river you can see 762 out, and there is the hardship that we spoke of. 2 of the teams in the proper position. 1 team in CPT is not, and they've got to run across that river. Very dangerous, but they're going to try to do it early while the other teams are occupied.
Definitely. This is the last 3, ladies and gentlemen. This man has an AKM, which is actually a very good gun for this scenario right here, making sure he pre-fires in case somebody does speak, and he's more than likely gonna go ahead and try to get those kills. He actually decides to wait as he's trying to go ahead and get those shots from the people that are inside the building.
Echo
Look at that, he
Gems
gets
goes
third
down.
party. Oh my
Echo
gosh.
Gems goes down from inside the building. JCZ trying to provide some cover. We've got GT Doyu still on the outside right now. This is just impressive play from all of them. We're down to the final 2 teams. It looks like CPT has been eliminated in 3rd place. GT Doyu taking on Illuminate from Thailand.
GTOU actually having the numbers now as Eliminate. Pretty much lost a member right there. They're gonna wait patiently. Great grenade there once again by Illuminate. They do take one down. Are they gonna go ahead and try to push right here as he's just waiting, waiting as long as he can. And look at this play right here. GTOU gets taken now with the M4. Are they gonna go ahead and try to jump through that window? He does. He's gonna go ahead and start pushing. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming to the end of the match here. GTOU waiting patiently now, starting to get inside this zone. Is he gonna try to pick up his teammate? Oh my God, he sees him. He sees him, he's trying to heal up and then engage. He's moving too much though. He's not gonna be able to go ahead and heal up fully. GTOU.
Oh, this is crazy.
GTOU just going for the positioning. Now they're starting to rush each other. Here we go, the M4 versus the M4.
Oh, look at that. Illuminate getting the snap, the win there at the very end. Very, very impressive stuff from Thailand's national champions. Really, really fun game there, 7. What did you think of it, my man?
Boy, let's just say if that is gonna pretty much be the pace of the next games, I am so ready.
I'm so down.
Teams came in hot, and as we saw there, even though Wildcard lost a player there towards the beginning, they were still able to go ahead and, you know what, they said, all right, we're gonna play smarter now. We're not gonna go ahead and push as much. So I'm looking forward to see how they're gonna go ahead and react in the upcoming games.
That's that, yeah. Illuminate taking the exhibition match to start things off. Impressive stuff from them. And overall, looking at how Sandhawk played out, a lot of aggression very early on in just kind of isolated areas. Just teams here, teams there, just having like that 1v1 kind of face-off at the very beginning.
Right, there was a very slight lull in the middle of the game, but overall a very aggressive, a very action-packed game the entire way through. Knocks from the very beginning by Wildcard, and then all the way through to the very end. You see Illuminate here, your champions of the exhibition match, coming out on top. These guys are used to finishing first.
Yeah, and he came down there to pretty much a 1v1, and they were able to win it as GTOU was just trying to run away, get his health in, but for some reason, he just kept on moving. He wasn't able to actually get that full health in. I wonder what was happening there.
I mean, it's very rare you end up in those circumstances, right? It was, both teams were kind of still alive, but 3 were down on each team in the same building. So a very hard decision to make, I think.
Hey, definitely. You saw them kind of struggling with that decision. Do I revive? Do I let him go? Sure would be nice to have an extra guy on my team right now, because you know there's only one left on the other side. But ultimately decided to go out, take his attention, and knock him down at the rock.
Yeah, and that's something more than likely we're going to go ahead and see in different teams, right? They're just going to go ahead and sacrifice a player or whatnot.
Definitely.
Very cool stuff. Also, at the very beginning of the game, I want to kind of talk about some of these things chronologically. Cloud9 versus GG Gamers. It's very impressive, and it's got to be a little bit of a confidence boost, I think, for Cloud9 to take a team 4-0 in that situation very early on in those kind of tense moments where you're going in 1v1 against a team.
Definitely. I especially like the fact that they were able to win that fight, even though arguably, I think GG had the superior position being holed inside the compound and all together. You saw Cloud9 split 2v2. Had GG pressed the action a little bit, they may have been able to pick up an outnumbered situation. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Rolex and Carnage able to push up the stairs and really do a nice job in tandem, alternating their fire back and forth so that there was always some sort of suppressing fire coming down onto GG Gamers.
Definitely. With Cloud9, another thing that we actually saw there is they were able to third-party a lot of people. They were able to pretty much just come and clean up kills and just start racking up the kills, which is going to be a huge thing in this tournament.
Definitely. And we can take a look at some of the highlights from that game, of course. There's plenty of kills here, there, and everywhere. We saw a lot of edge play that got exploited, I feel, especially by a team like GTOU as teams were coming in, easily able to kind of clean them up in certain positions.
Lots of edge play there, firing across the map, and you saw GTOU. I thought that it might be a little bit risky to play that way, especially with some of the hard shifts we see oftentimes on mobile. However, they had those cars there towards the end, and as it looked like Wildcard might catch them and actually be able to take them down before they made that final rotation into the last zone. They got in the vehicles, 2 of them, just in time, made their escape, and that made their edge play all worth it.
Just in time. If not, Wildcard more than likely would have been able to go ahead and get those kills. And you know what? We can talk about it pretty much all day. Why not? Let's actually go ahead and see some highlights here from the first exhibition match.
Highlight number 1 is a plane flying directly through the arena. We've got Evos and LHW doing battle at one of the supply drops right off the bat. Flare called in, and these guys did battle. Snaking it out in the grass. LHW getting the upper hand, but the tables quickly turn. Not able to finish off any of the EVOS players. EVOS turns it around, squad wipe.
And Bullsen right here, one of the surprises actually of this match, Bullsen being able to go ahead and take out some people from BRK, as BRK lost a lot of players, and later we saw Cloud9 just came in and cleaned up house.
Zod, the hero there, keeping his squad alive, but he's only a hero for the next 15 seconds. Cloud9, third party, and coming down from the mountain, wiping out both of them.
And Sam with the M4. My goodness, does that man have a name? And look at this man right here with another M4. We're seeing a lot of M4s from that match.
You know, with the amount of QBZs available on the map, I am, a little bit surprised there is not more variety, but the M4 definitely the weapon of choice. Look at this. The 6 times on the M4 from range. Wildcard getting taken down in 4th place. Top finishing team from North America there.
And Illuminate pretty much just being able to go ahead and clean up when they needed to go ahead and clean up those skills. They know that that team was going to have to go ahead and push towards the zone, and they were able to secure those skills right here. If you peek, they are going to go ahead and get you, and GTOU just getting some amazing kills there as they see people peeking in the 1v1 towards the end, securing that win for Illuminate.
Great position from 6 God there. GTOU unfortunately forced out of the zone, and he's got to confront him. Probably not on his terms. That ultimately cost him. You can see Illuminate finishing in 1st place there. GTOU in 2nd. And then we've also got the comfortable Penguin team from China wrapping up your top 3.
All important though that this being an exhibition match, none of those points matter towards the overall standings.
It was fun. It was some warm-up. We got some great streamers involved. So shout out to all of them who participated. Hopefully it was fun going up against the pros. I know that would have scared me a little bit.
I tried it once. Not again.
Well, guys, let's hear from our winners who are over with Valdez on the stage.
Thank you, Calaris, for handing it over to us. I'm here with Echo from Illuminate Gen Z. They just won the exhibition match, and it was a fun one, down to the wire, it really was. So, how do you feel after winning that first match here tonight?
ก็รู้สึกดีนะครับผมก็ถึงมันจะเป็นการแค่ซ้อมแต่ก็ทำให้เรามั่นใจในการแข่งขันจริงก็เราจะทำให้ดีที่สุดครับเพื่อคนไทยครับขอบคุณครับ
I feel so glad that I win this match. Though it's a warm up, but I will try my best in the following game.
Okay, that's fantastic. So you are one of the teams here from Thailand. There's 3 of you representing the Thailand region, and it's very well known that you guys are fantastic at PUBG Mobile. Do you have confidence that you can represent Thailand and perhaps win the entire thing for Thailand and for Illuminate Gen Z?
ก็มาแข่งในนามประเทศไทยก็รู้สึกมั่นใจนะครับเพราะว่าเราเป็นตัวแทน1 ใน 3 ทีมเราจะทำให้เต็มที่ครับผมขอบคุณครับ
Our team feel very confident because we are on behalf of the Thai, so we will try our best.
Okay, that's great to hear. Thank you so much for having this interview with me, and congratulations, and I hope you all the best for the next matches. You guys can now return to your seats, and we'll hopefully see you up here on stage next time as well. So guys, we're going to have now a special presentation from our Tencent Global Publishing Center General Manager, who has a few words to say to you guys tonight. So please welcome Vincent.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vincent from Tencent Games. Today, I'm so excited to see so many people of you attending the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals here in Dubai. Thank you. Since 2007, when PUBG launched PUBG Mobile, since PUBG was launched last year, Tencent Games has worked closely with PUBG Corporate to develop PUBG Mobile. In just 6 months, PUBG Mobile became one of the most popular games in the world. And I would like to take this opportunity to walk you through the journey of PUBG. And I would like to say our success will not be possible without your support. Within just 1 week, PUBG Mobile has been #1 download among more than 100 countries in the world. And I think this is like a very proud record for us. And after 4 months of launching, we got more than 100 million registrations. After 6 months of launching, PUBG Mobile became one of the most popular games in the world in terms of monthly active players. Besides all these numbers, PUBG Mobile has also been nominated for a lot of global gaming awards, which I'm so honored. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to announce something more, that PUBG Mobile has more than 30 million daily active players in our games. And we have more than 200 million registered users globally. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It wouldn't be possible without all your support. In the future, with the support of our partners like Google, like Samsung, we're going to continue to build more contents, and also we want to build a better quality ecosystem that you will have better enjoyment and you will be proud of PUBG Mobile. Today, I would like to take this opportunity also to use a video to show you the recap of what's going on with PUBG Mobile, and please enjoy. Thank you.
PUBG! Brothers, my brothers here.
Here we go. Where are my other people at? Well, I mean, it's so crazy because we all live in different parts of the world. So this is like the second opportunity, other than the North American Challenge, to actually be together in person. You know, we spend so many hours in game together. So being able to hang out together is just, oh, it's awesome.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
有这几天我们都是晚上一起研究那个新手机，还有战术，还有研究了其他战队的那些比赛视频。
يلا يلا كل واحد مكانه كل واحد مكانه.
And thankfully to Pubg Mobile, the campus championship that was held in India gave us the opportunity to come here, and we are really excited for the PMSC Global Finals, and we really hope we can win it.
이게 1회로 끝나는 게 아니라 2회, 3회 계속 이어질 수도 있으면 좋겠고, 저희뿐만 아니라 많은 전 세계의 사람들이 이런 기회를 얻어서 좋은 경험을 해봤으면 좋겠어요.
Saya suka PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile.
看不是很热。
我们是中国队比较最爽的，所以我们用那个
到这边心情感觉很不错啊，然后感觉这边天气跟国内都差不多。
좋은 성적 꼭 거둘 수 있도록 최선을 다하겠습니다.
또 UGT加油! 대한민국 화이팅! 这个加油！
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
Play PUBG Mobile for free.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals for 2018, as we have completed our exhibition match, and soon we'll be moving on to the main portion of the tournament itself for day number 1. My name's Kyle Lawrence, I'm your host, and to my left-hand side, as always, we have Mr. Powerbang and we have Seven Worlds Gaming. Gentlemen, though, we're going to wrap up what we thought about our exhibition match overall. It's always nice to get to see Sandhawk, I'll be honest. With the smaller map, you get a lot of action very quickly.
Definitely. We've had a lot of talk about Sandhawk so far. We got to see it in action here this last game. Again, really impressive gameplay from pretty much everybody from top to bottom throughout that game, and it was nonstop the whole way through. One team I want to give a special shout out to, and that's Full Send. Really impressive stuff, taking down a really good opponent.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my surprises. As we pretty much mentioned that earlier, is Full Send was able to go ahead and take out some of the best players from South America from BRK. That's something we did not expect at all.
All right, well, we are ready to go and get things ready for our main tournament as a whole. So before we do that, let's introduce 4 more of our teams that are going to be trying to become world champion.
안녕하십니까. 저는 유광현이고 게임 닉네임은 삐에롱을 쓰고 있습니다. 직업은 열심히 구하고 있는 중입니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 아르케 저스티스라고 하는 선수고요. 고등학교에 재학 중입니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 리퍼 세븐이라는 닉네임을 사용하고 있는 대학생 조문기라고 합니다.
제 이름은 김정준입니다. 게임 닉네임은 지금은 서울 중 1상호예요. 내 정도 실력이 있는 15멋이에요.
네임드들 잘하는 분들이 약간 초반에 일찍 어디서 다들 없어지셔가지고 근데 운 또한 실력이라는 말이 있기 때문에 네, 그것도 어떻게 보면 실력이지 않았나 하고 혼자 생각합니다.
대회를 하면서 진짜 2번 눈물을 흘렸는데 예선에서 이 두 번째로 이긴했을 때 진짜 너무 안 좋더라고요, 마음이. 마지막 라운드 때 그 포인트를 먹어서 딱 16점으로 막차를 탔는데 진짜 그 순간이 너무 좋았던 것 같아요. 저는 우는 거를 저 너무 억울할 때 그때 좀 눈물이 나서
저는 첫 부분을 먹고 나왔어요.
내 캐릭이요?
저는 당연히 4위라고 생각합니다.
아니 샷과 자신감에서 가슴이 많은데 저스티스 선수는 제가 알기로는 이제 좀 잘 쏘는 선수여서 생각 없이 그냥 막 뛰어다니는 선수로 알고 있거든요. 그래서 이거 어떻게 됐는데 몇 번 맞춰보니까 괜찮은 선수로 맞아서
프로 게임 팀이 많은 C9이 좀 그래도 샷과는 어느 정도 자신 있기 때문에
만나면은 꼭 이기도록 하겠습니다.
C9 컴온.
우리나라 대표에서 온 거니까 가는 데까지 가보고
목표는 뭐 그냥 간단하게 우승입니다.
게임하면 한국, 배틀그라운드 하면 한국 아니겠습니까? 열심히 해서 1등 하겠습니다. 화이팅! 코리아 위너 치킨 디너 야!
C9 Worlds from IGN, we're from the US. Carnage from Cloud9.
I'm a pro Pubgm player. My name is C9 Sam. I'm from Canada, Toronto.
So, anywhere you go, whether it's school, work, anyone either knows about this game or plays this game on a daily basis.
It was good. We understood that we still have to stay focused. It's only halfway into the competition. So.
We actually didn't party, unfortunately. What we did was study the other regions. We know that there's good squads from other regions like China and Thailand. We watched their Star Challenge. We studied the game, we took notes.
We win all the time, and then I expect us to win. Just normal.
The Korean guy on our team, he's the best player for sure. He's not only the best gun player, but he's a very intelligent player in the game. He kind of guides us on where to go, where to locate ourselves, how to position ourselves, and he definitely puts us in the best possible position to succeed.
Sam, he's a strong player overall. He's a good.
We're ready for the Dubai. Check us out play. Probably Evo, because we drop at the same spot sometimes.
RRQ and Gangsters, our rival. All these teams out there. Watch out for us. We're coming home for that trophy.
Yeah, we can take them out easy clap.
We've watched each and every one of you play from your personal YouTube accounts. We've studied your gameplay, we know your locations, we know where you drop, and we're coming prepared for this tournament.
Minimum expectations is first place for our team. You know, we're not expecting second or third or fourth, it's just first. Let's go. Love
ผมชื่อนัทนะครับชื่อในเกมชื่อบูชาครับมาจากประเทศไทยนะครับเล่นตำแหน่งเป็นลีดเดอร์แล้วก็สไนเปอร์ครับเป็นคนคอยสร้างเกมให้กับทีมนะครับ
ชื่อเจครับมาจากประเทศไทยชื่อในเกม EVOS JC ทำงานวันนี้มาเล่นเกมโดยตรงนะครับเป็นเกมโมบาย
ชื่อแจ้ครับมาจากประเทศไทยครับชื่อในเกมก็ EVOS X ครับผม
ชื่อเอิร์นครับมาจากประเทศไทยชื่อในเกม EVOS เอิร์นี่ครับผมทำงานเป็นนักเรียนครับผมสนุกครับได้มีสภาพด้วยแบบได้เปิดโลกกับสังคมในเกมอีกอย่าง
ครับก็อยากสัมผัสเวทีระดับโลกครับผมพอเปิดรับสมัครพวกผมก็เลยสมัครเข้ามาแล้วก็ได้ผ่านเข้ารอบมาถึงเวทีระดับโลกที่ดูไบเลยครับ
รู้สึกตื่นเต้นที่ได้เจอหลายๆทีมหลายๆประเทศก็ได้มาระดับโลกด้วยกันครับ
ก็มีว่าจะนัดกันไว้จัดปาร์ตี้ไปเที่ยวในประเทศไทยครับในบ้านเรา
ผมเชื่อทุกคนนะเพราะว่าเราขึ้นมาเป็นคำว่าทีมแล้วผมเชื่อมันทุกคนก็ได้หมดครับเพราะว่าทีมเขาก็เป็นทีมที่น่าเก่งพอสมควรดูจากสปอนเซอร์คาวนายแล้วหลายๆเกมอะไรเงี้ยทั้ง CSGO ทั้งอะไรน่าจะพอสมควร
ก็ต้องยิงให้หมดครับแต่ถ้าเกิดคุณยิงไม่หมดคุณก็ไม่รอดครับ
เป้าหมายของทีมผมก็คือเป็นแชมป์โลกครับ
ก็จะทำให้เต็มที่นะครับอย่างที่ครอบครัวได้ฝากไว้ครับ
ก็ครอบครัวเขาบอกว่าให้เต็มที่แล้วขอให้เราเต็มที่กับการแข่งขันนี้ก็ฝากถึงเป็นแฟนทุกคนนะครับไม่ว่าเป็นแฟนหรือว่าRQอะไรนะครับฝากเชียร์ได้นะครับมาแข่งขันนี้มาในนามทีมชาติไทยด้วยส่วนหนึ่งก็อยากให้ฝากติดตามเชียร์ทีมชาติไทย3ทีมนะครับจะเอาแชมป์โลกไปให้คนไทยทุกคนแน่นอน
EVOS number one
الاسم طلال سالم العنزي الاي دي AM نايت
وليد تركي عنزي الاي دي AM كينج
الاسم طلال تركي العنزي الاي دي AM العنزي
عبد العزيز تركي العنزي الاي دي AM بربروسا شبه كان مؤسس قبل البطولة لكن كنا نلعب بطولات محلية ما كنا نطمح لبطولات عالمية وحصلت لنا الفرصة ان نشوف اعلان تصفيات للشرق الاوسط تقريبا اسسنا فريق 4 شهور استوحينا الاسم من طريقة لعبنا لأن احنا أكثر التكتيك اللي نلعب فيه بطريقة هجومية فريقنا منظم من تقريبا أسرة احنا أسرة يعني اجتماعية جدا فالمشاكل هذه ما تدوم يعني ممكن خلال الجيم تصير مشاكل بسيطة جدا يعني ما يعني شيء ينرفز الفريق فمجرد لحظة يعني كونها بطولة عالمية ومستويات صعبة احنا نطمح نكون من أول 3 كوننا نمثل السعودية ونتمنى نحصل أول 3 باللعبة نفسها. مثل ما قلت بالأول حابين نرحب جميع المشاركين بالبطولة وحنا شعب مضياف كل شيء لكن بالبطولة ما راح نكون متساهلين وراح نوريهم الوجه الثاني ونتمنى أننا نتفوق بالبطولة إن شاء الله أن نجيب مركز طيب.
Them's fighting words from Arab Madness coming in here and trying to put the other teams down as we get into the main tournament itself. Once again, Pubgm as well as 7 Worlds here joining me to get into our main tournament games, which are going to be on Erangel. And I'm very excited to get back onto Erangel here to find out who is going to be moving on into the big points. And I want to talk to you guys about drop spots, potential drop spots. There is plenty of room for 20 teams here. However, there are certain locations that favor more loot than others, I would say.
Certainly. There's some really popular drop spots on the map. You're going to see northern Georgia Pole. You're going to see places like Pochinki and Novorepnoye. And these are common spots dropped by a lot of these teams. They have their favorites. Whether or not they did studying of these other teams remains to be seen, but there's definitely some teams that like to drop in the same spots. So look for potential action early as these teams feel each other out. You saw in those intros right there, both Arab Madness as well as Evos. Oh my goodness, they had some supreme confidence. They're coming for you.
Yeah, and BRK and the Terror, the team from India, actually, I saw that they both like landing in Pochinki, so I wonder if they're going to go ahead and try to go for that on the first game. And I want to see if they continue to do that. If maybe Terror takes out BRK, is BRK going to decide, you know what, maybe it's not best we go to Pochinki for the next game?
Sure, and obviously you, Mr. Pochinki King yourself, I get it, you're excited about Pochinki, that's fine, I don't mind. But a place like Pochinki, we've seen be able to house 2 or 3 teams without conflict initially, but it's then when they're now looted up in North Pochinki, East, West, that they then clash because there's a limited amount of resources in terms of things like cars, for example, that you have to kind of try and get if you need to rotate.
Pochinki is not super car friendly. It's got the one in the garage, and then other than that, you may get lucky with one on the road there. So if there's a lot of action early, it could be difficult to find some transportation. But another thing about Pochinki being right in the middle of the map, a lot of teams will loot up their desired location and then head to Pochinki as kind of a second spot to drop into. So you might find another fight on your hands before you're ready for it.
Yeah, and just what you mentioned, it is smack down the middle of the map. So if you're able to pretty much go ahead and control that, you're going to be able to move freely through the map depending on what their circle is. So something to go ahead and keep an eye on. And as we're seeing right here, just Pochinki actually, relative adapted items. That's actually pretty too. You don't see that much really good guns there. You don't see that like level 3 helmets, level 3 vests. That's something you definitely don't see at Pochinki, but you do tend to see a lot of action, at least just on pop stomping.
Both Pochinki and School find themselves as central locations of the map, 2 of the easiest places to rotate from, as most often they are always going to be in that first circle, so teams can loot up in peace as long as they're not dropped on by other squads, which tends to be fairly common.
But a lot of the locations are on the external factors and limiting factors of the map, and one of those is Millie Base, which can be notoriously difficult to rotate off.
Military base is my favorite, personally.
It definitely is, and as you mentioned, it is very difficult to rotate because you either go through the 2 bridges or you're more than likely going to go ahead and just pretty much get on a boat and try to go through, but then you have to worry about guns like DP-28 and just pretty much getting blown up.
All right, gentlemen, well, without further ado, it is time to get the main tournament ready here and going for game number 1 of Erangel. So, 7PB, take it away for game number 1.
I'm excited. It's time for it to count, baby. These games will all count towards the standings. Who is going to make their mark on the global finals first? Who's going to get that first chicken dinner served up here in game number 1?
Who's also going to go ahead and strike first? Because keep in mind, now every single time a team gets a kill, that is 15 points to their tally. So you're going to see more than likely teams trying to finish off anybody they see down, even if it is third party them. And look at that right there. Round 1, ladies and gentlemen, of Erangel.
Brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. We're going to be taking a look at some of the best teams in the world. A lot of respect for one another, and we have a whole lot of really, really solid players represented from all over the place. We saw in last game the skills and the shooting skills of all these guys with any type of scope. Red Dot, 6X, doesn't matter. These guys are beasts.
Talking about military base, some people could actually go ahead and go military base from here, and they could also go Novo. Now, teams that like to go Georgeport, more than likely what you're gonna go ahead and see is you're gonna see teams getting into a car with no loot whatsoever and just driving up to those areas so they can loot up as much as they can.
That's right. You've got, speaking of kind of map position here, we talked about the choke points in the 2 bridges on the southern part of the map. Very, very difficult to transition between the middle part of the map and the southern part, and the zone really dictates when you have to rotate. Now, the northern part, while it is a little bit segregated, it's not nearly as segregated as the southern part. The northern part has probably 6 different routes to get across, so it's unlikely that you're going to be camped there on the bridges or the land passings up there by Stalber.
And it seems like nobody wants to go there, just Naya or Mansion, which can be quite divine. But a lot of teams, look at this. A lot of teams going there to military base. FaZe and Novo, and oh my goodness, look at that view.
You saw the players all up there. You're going to see them get knocked out one by one. We'll see how quickly they want to keep their face up on that board, I'm having a feeling.
And BRK here right behind Team Terror from India. Terror decides, you know what? I see a team behind us. Let's just not go there. And BRK actually not going to Pochinki. Interesting plays there by him. They're more than likely going to go ahead and just try to play it safe from the get-go, see where all the teams are going to be landing, and then just try to adjust their strategy. That's more than likely something we're going to see from a lot of teams here.
And PUBG, can we get Watertown's name on that map there? It needs some love. Watertown, we absolutely love it. So we're going to see some people looting up here. We've got BRK from South America looting up right away in Watertown, and they are all alone.
Watertown, I actually don't see many teams looting here. The loot quality is not up to standard, and as I say that, he does find pretty much an MP9 and a Tommy gun, which those guns can be really, really good up close. And talking about, was that Wildcard and Fandy already gonna go ahead and just pretty much find it out? Full send?
We'll see. We've got some action here. It looks like Wildcard dropped into Primorsk down in the southwestern part of the map, and we also have some company down there. Hot Jukes and Seagut looking out the window at Fandy. She's thinking probably the right way. Let's get the heck out of here.
And Fandy already has an AKM. Oh my goodness, she's looking out for some action there. You can't peek for too long, because as Hot Joke said, if you peek, you're more than likely gonna die, especially against Wildcard. So it's something to go ahead and take a look at. And look at this, Cloud9 decides to go Yasnaya instead of Novo. That's something that I have not seen them do before.
Novo was definitely a ways away, and then we're going to have to compete for a car to get over there. As you remember, wow, here we go. We're going to transition to action right away. Outsider putting some really lethal shots there onto Fandy, and they are going to advance and try to press their advantage here.
Fandy more than likely telling her team, you know what, I'm getting shot. I'm going to need some help. Fandy very, very low there as Outsider is able to go ahead and just pretty much knock her out there with the UMP. Outsider being able to go ahead and just say, okay, that might be 15 points for us right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, 15 points on the board. Fandy, the first player knocked out of the game. It looks like 79 alive at this point, but all 20 teams still remaining. Full send, still with 3 players. They can make anything happen here in Primorsk.
And these teams, even though they are trying to maybe engage, they're also trying to loot up. As we can see there, Katarina just with the shotgun out in the middle of nowhere, pretty much trying to finding an AR or an SMG, something that she can actually go ahead and use mid-range. And look at this, talking about Novo, there is 2 teams here, as we got LHW, and we also have Team 17. And they're just pretty much looting it up. Actually, oh wow,
Korea
I thought it was
winner
3
chicken
teams
dinner,
there for a second.
it looks like Illuminate is going at it with the Team Galaxy. Kong going down early, and he will be the second player eliminated for Team Galaxy, representing Samsung.
And Illuminate, the winners of the exhibition match, they're more than likely going to go ahead and still try to ride that wave and get that
Dude, you forgot your weapons, my friend. Go back and get some weapons.
He's saying, you know what? I think I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Illuminate is right there. We don't want any of that this early on. It is way too early, and this man has a DP. I know a couple players there that use DP. Mortal comes to mind.
Dudu's like,
look
yo,
at this
UAZ is right up my alley. We do have a real-life UAZ parked out back of the studio, so those here definitely need to go check that out. But wow, Zers, we got action here in Novorosnoye. LHW taking on Korea Winner Chicken Dinner, 2 high-powered teams from Asia.
Korean Winner Chicken Dinner, just pretty much with the player down. Are they going to go ahead and try to pick him up right away? LHW just waiting patiently. He knows somebody's behind him. And great place here by him as he's on top of the roof. He's going to be able to see a lot more.
Look at those shots.
That. My goodness, accurate shots there with the M4. Now they're going to go ahead and just start pushing and finishing up these kills, because it is 15 points per kills. And you're more than likely going to hear me say that again and again. Just to remind you, the jukes there. The jukes were on point for a second there.
Justice getting a knock there on Zen LHW, but as return fire coming in, it looks like LZD coming up, taking him out. And that is the first team off the board. Korea Winner Chicken Dinner out early in Novo. LHW was China's #1 finishing team, and they're showing why they are such. right here in the tournament.
In this zone, Pochinki, George Bull, all that, Novo and Military outside that zone, something to go ahead and keep an eye out on, because they are going to have to go through either the bridges, as we were mentioning earlier, or just get on a boat, or I don't know who else. Maybe they're going to try to swim, which is really not recommended.
You know, we saw EVOS and Cloud9 in the build-up to this game talk about a little bit of a rivalry. EVOS saying they aren't scared. Well, they're going to have an opportunity to show exactly how not scared they are of Cloud9. They are both occupying Yasnaya, one in the east, one in the west, but it's going to be interesting to see if they choose to engage early, or will they bounce out and try to rotate around to get better placement in the next zone.
And look at Hero right here. My goodness, that man's got some cojones, because he's out in the middle of nowhere and rushing towards a full team that's more than likely already has a gun to their name.
His squad's behind him as well, though. Hero pushing into Severny right now, trying to catch these guys off guard. We'll see if he's actually able to accomplish that. It doesn't look like he even knows anyone is there. A full squad, it looks like Team GG gamers from the Middle East. They are sitting and waiting, looting up. Severny was pretty close to that plane path, but it looks like they could see some action here shortly.
Yeah, and Hero does have this car automatic rifle, so if he does need to go ahead and engage, he will be able to maybe take out more than one against that team. And look at this. Hero's pretty much telling his team, you know what? I think there's somebody here. Please come and help me out. I
Doc's
think we
out
can
for a
maybe
jog.
wipe him out.
Doc is out for a jog. It looks like Hero is just out getting some exercise up north right now. GG looking pretty strong, getting that loot. We got Majed. He's getting that top looter there. Not much
Getting
loot
those
left.
smokes, too. We're going to see a lot of teams just trying to get as many smokes, especially towards the end of the game. And look at this. Sam already got a little bit hurt there. Here comes a grenade from Evo's trying to catch Sam. 2 grenades, backing it up there. Kobe, baby. Is he going to be able to get him? Ooh, no. Sam actually, you know what? Sam noticed that, and he backs up a little bit. But
Wow.
this is pretty much going to see the
knocked
engagement
and
here.
under fire. They're trying to pick up Sam. Evo's on the advantage early, and they know they're going up against Cloud9, but Rolex coming out of the window and knocking one of the Evo's players on top. Both teams have knocked players, but unfortunately, Nade's doing damage to Sam, and Cloud9's top player is on his knees right now begging for some help.
And as we see here, Carnage is pretty much just trying to go around. They don't want to sacrifice a player just yet. They need to go ahead and pick him up, and that's exactly what they're doing. If for some reason Evo's decided to go ahead and push this, at least they also have Kodo for Cloud9 as backup as well.
That's great rotation there from Cloud9, using the buildings for cover, going all the way around the long way, but also timing it so that they did arrive in time. Rolex again putting out some suppressing fire. They're holding Evos in their place, making it so they are unable to take advantage of their advantage in this situation.
And talking about the smokes, here comes the smokes. You're pretty much giving Sam some room to be able to move, just back up a little bit, and it seems that's exactly what Cloud9 is doing. But look at Rolex. Rolex hasn't even moved a bit. Rolex, there you go. Now he more than likely heard his team saying, you know what, let's not engage that. We already know who that team is. Maybe let's wait it out towards the end there.
No need to fight against one of the stronger teams right off the bat here. They decide to fight another day, but good job to them by getting their player up out of harm's way early. Now they know where they stand, they know who's near them, and they know where they have to rotate. Rolex did a great job sitting on point there on the building, really holding Evos in place, making sure none of them could peek efficiently as he got that early knock, and then also covering them on their retreat, making sure his team was out of harm's way before he himself fell back.
And look at that zone right there. Still, oh my goodness, that zone has nobody in it, so that's actually good for all the teams. I have actually got caught a little bit on that bombing zone, and it is not fun. You can actually go ahead and lose all of your players from that bombing zone.
Keep me away from that thing, man. I do not have good luck with that red zone. If I'm in it, I'm a dead man.
Let us know in the comments. You currently watching at home, have you ever died to the bombing zone? Yes or no? Definitely let me know, as we see CPT here just trying to gather around, actually, because the Japanese team might be coming, and as we're seeing that, here comes the shots as well, pretty much with the
Saved
UMP.
by Pan. Did you see that bullet go off his pan? He's getting shot from 2 directions right now. Look at this, PTR cruising on by. All kinds of cars in tow here. Japan firing.
Oh, barely being able to get over that mountain. Oh my goodness, if he would have went down there, it would have been game over for that player. And Wildcard with the DP28, hot jukes, my man. He's more than likely going to be looking to get a sniper rifle. And Siga just driving around trying to throw him off, as we do have Wildcard against Full Send. And here we go. Siga says, you know what, let me go ahead and jump out. There you go. There goes one outsider being able to go ahead and take out Katarina.
They're going for the points early. They wanted to be aggressive. They knew which team they had on their hands with the early knock on Fandy, and you know they're going to try to wipe them before clearing out of her board.
Oh, look at this though. Exclusive being able to go ahead and take Hot Jukes. Hot Jukes got a little bit careless there. Pushed a little bit too much by himself. And he gets taken out of the game. But Wildcard coming in and then just taking full revenge for that. They pretty much just destroy them. But Hot Jukes.
Maybe getting a little too confident coming up the stairs there, trying to push the advantage. Exclusive taking him down and getting the easy finish. Definitely a situation where you got to wait for your teammates on that one, so you have more than one person coming up those stairs.
Full send there. Now back-to-back games that they take out players that we really didn't expect to go down that early. Hot Jukes, a huge hurt there for Wildcard, as we see the zone coming in now, and we also see an airdrop smack down the middle towards Pochinki. Is anybody going to go ahead and go for that? Because the AWM is in it, and as we're talking about it, look at that. The M249, level 3 military vest, all that good stuff.
Yeah, this is looking really solid for a lot of the teams. You can see the meta is kind of developing right now. A lot of early rotations, not as much edge play here. We do have a lot of terrain, though, for teams to kind of find their own place and nestle in here for the second circle. But for the most part, not a whole lot of teams on the outside right now. Everybody vying for position early.
Yeah, everybody more than likely just waiting a little bit longer. They don't want to engage this early. And if they do engage, as we saw early there between Evos and Cloud9, one player gets knocked down, another player gets knocked down, pick them up, and you know, say, not right now. Let's wait it towards the end. And talking about Cloud9, look at Carnage right here, just riding along with, they're actually doing the 2-car strategy. That's something that I've been seeing a lot more in PUBG Mobile. Teams just pretty much getting on the 2 cars, and now we start to hear those shots there from Cloud9. Cloud9 trying to get somebody. We weren't able to see it there. I think it was the Japanese team. Here goes the shots. They could always also go for just pretty much exploding that car.
They definitely could. But look at this. They just drove right on top of CPT, who was waiting for him at the compound here, quickly veering away. Cloud9 says, nah, we weren't ready for that one. They had wasted a lot of ammo on Japan across the field here, and they definitely weren't ready to stumble across the full squad who was waiting for them.
And BRK finds themselves in an interesting spot here, as all of them are inside the exact same building. Baraka is still alive as well. Here comes Cloud9. Caveira is able to see him. He's going to go ahead and take it down. He starts shooting. He does. He's able to go ahead and take one down, but he gets taken out himself. And Sam right here just pretty much picking up some as well. They're now going to go ahead and lay down, try to heal up as fast as they can.
Look at that. Bigatron up at the castle, actually third party in this fight. Really solid play from them. Cloud9 in trouble. BRK in trouble. Will Bigatron take advantage of the situation and push in?
And Baraka here with the AKM just pre-firing as much as he can. He is by himself here. He needs to go ahead and get out of the spot. He's able to go ahead and take out Connell there. He's going to keep on shooting. He takes out another man. BRK taking people out left and right.
Look at that. Baraka finishing off Kodo. He is down and out. Carnage, Sam, both trying to get back into the fight here. It looks like Rolex has been hit as well. This is trouble for C9. Rolex out of the game early. Kodo out of the game early.
Sam spots one, takes one out.
Sam's down.
Taking out himself. BRK on the defense here, as now Cloud9 is starting to push and just pretty much destroy him there. Bad plays by Baraka.
And down they go. Cloud9 out early for North America. Huge plays there from BRK. Baraka getting some kills. Caveira getting some kills. Zod doing his thing. Really nice work from the South American squad.
Give that man an AKM every single match. My goodness, that got me hyped. BRK is showing that, hey, we are the #1 South American team for a reason, baby. We're here to win this, and they just pretty much took out the first team, the #1 team from NA, North America, Cloud9.
Absolutely. What they need to do is send a thank you card to Bigatron over there, Indonesia's team. Drop it in the third party on Cloud9 right when they got on scene. I feel a little bit bad for Cloud9. Every time they got into a fight early, they ended up stumbling across another squad. First it was Japan, and they stumbled across CPT. Then it was Bigatron taking on that fight there with BRK.
Definitely GTOU there, just trying not to get killed once again by that bombing zone. That bombing zone can be annoying sometimes, especially if you're trying to work on positioning. Look at this. They decide, you know what, let's go ahead and put the car inside the compound. That way nobody shoots the tires and we can still maybe get out like bandits.
You got LH2U down in the south still, making their way in from Novo Noye. They are in the zone. They are boosted up and healing, but other than that, everyone else safe. We got teams moving in, and we got action here. We got Terror from India taking on Arab Madness here from the Middle East.
Terror from India telling them, hey, namaste, we are here to win, baby. Let's see what you got. Look at this man using the lean option there with the Scar. Scar actually becoming a really, really good weapon. There we go. Team Terror being able to go ahead and take out 2 there.
Nice job from Anand there, getting the kill on Alanzi from Arab Madness. And look at that, peek in the window, gets shot in the face. Amit putting down those AK shots across the building.
Gotcha, baby. Go back to the lobby and wait for the next game, as now they are in a very bad spot. Team Terror, if they decide, they could actually go ahead and push like they pushed that first building and able to go ahead and clean up everybody on that second building there, because they are so far behind. More than likely, they are going to go ahead and try to sacrifice that player.
Arab Madness in trouble right now, but one thing they do have going for them is there is no one from Terror flanking or really spreading out at all. They are susceptible to grenades right now, so this could be interesting as they try to pick up their teammate.
And King just waiting patiently. He's trying to pretty much stay away from the windows, giving his team enough time to see if they are going to go ahead and try to risk it, pick him up. But as you're seeing right now, they are fully outnumbered. Team Terror has 4 of them, and Arab Madness only has 2 players. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and still try to engage this, or just back up and go for placing, ladies and gentlemen, as Zakria waiting patiently for somebody to go ahead and peek with that Scar. I'm seeing a lot of Scars on this first game.
Loving the Scar as of late. It's one of my personal favorites as of late. And, man, really good stuff here by India, holding them back, keeping Arab Madness from going up and saving their man King. Really kind of frozen in place right now. Knight's not doing anything as far as advancing. We do have action elsewhere. GT Doyu finally making their way in here, and it looks like they are taking on, it looks like the Kuwaiti team. We've got the GG Gamers out in the field here. GT Doyu is content to group up at the compound here and get that secure position and lay down some shots on the field.
It seems like they just wanted to go in there, loot up as soon as they can, and back up. They did throw those smokes to say, not yet, we are not ready to engage. You wait a little bit longer, and they were able to actually go ahead and get a good loot. And look at the, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What a hard shift here, and look at this. Galaxy has already made the rotation up there, and they are again missing a player, but they were able to find themselves in a very advantageous position right now.
That map brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and now it looks like Team Terror from India is starting to push slowly. They know they only have 2 players. Look at this, BRK team has 3 alive. Arab Madness only actually has 2. It looks like King died throughout the process.
They let him bleed out, didn't they?
Yeah, they just had to sacrifice him. They pretty much weighed out the options. They say, if we go there, more than likely, we are just going to go ahead and get absolutely destroyed. So let's just wait for them to push us instead.
A couple of your big name teams, RRQ Athena, Thailand's top team here, and then we also have Evos again from Thailand. Both of those guys still at full strength, even after an early engagement with Cloud9 in the case of Evos.
And I'm actually loving the way Team Terror is pushing this. All at the same time. You don't see anybody just waiting behind. They know they got the numbers. They know they pretty much just need to be able to see where they're at. I think right now they still think that they're inside the building, but Arab Madness is just waiting patiently.
Here.
Yeah, using that third-person perspective to their advantage, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens. They gotta watch out. They don't want to get third party. There could be another team comes around and gets them from behind for Team Terror. And here comes the shots. Team Terror just pretty much trying to get a reaction. That's something that we kind of see sometimes as well. And there you go. Now that we're able to spot them, now they know exactly where they're at. You're going to start hitting those callouts. They're going to say they're outside the building towards the back, waiting patiently. And Arab Madness Knight just says, you know what? Now they've seen me. Time to move on. Let's go ahead and use this bush wikis to our advantage.
They were trying to use the element of surprise there. You saw them on both corners of that lower story, and they were trying to get a push from Terror, but Terror taking it very cautiously, very methodically, pushing up just a little bit at a time, shifting our attention to GT Doyu. They are taking on Bigatron right now, getting some great shots in. They've got 1 down on the field, and they are in trouble. Speaking of Bigatron there from Indonesia.
And you got to watch out because I saw Wildcard there towards the end, and look at this. GTOU says, you know what? It doesn't matter how far away you are, we're still gonna shoot at you. We need the kills. Interesting stuff. They're deciding not to go ahead and blow up the cars here.
Now they've got that DP, and they're going to leave that car alive. The DP is absolutely one of the weapons that the Asian players tend to prefer, and it's definitely not something you're seeing in the meta in North America right now, although I do feel it's probably one of the most underrated weapons out there. The DP is an absolute beast.
Love that gun. It shreds vehicles. The only problem is that it does take a little bit longer to reload, so if you do end up using that gun, you more than likely want to go ahead and have another AR or an SMG, something that shoots fast. That way you can go ahead and switch between them, and look at these shots right here. Steady shots now. Now they're starting to take off the tires of that car. They're saying, you know what? Oh my goodness. Look at Outsider 9K here.
Outsiders
moving up slowly. Being a little shark.
Wild card on the aggressive per their MO. This is a really interesting move right now. This team has no idea they're there. So here we see him moving around, trying to get positioned. Will he make enough noise? It looks like they are aware of the presence.
Oh, he noticed Seagut. Seagut gets some shots.
Seagut going down.
Seagut in the water.
Risk doesn't pay off there for Wildcard. They lose a second member. Hot Jukes and Seagut will join each other in PUBG heaven.
And now Outsider 9K saying, you know what, this might not be worth it, ladies and gentlemen. I could get on that boat and just run away.
I think that boat is certain death right now. Wildcard, an interesting choice to go across that river at that time, but it looks like right now, is that Terror going across? It is. They decided to disengage with Arab Madness, and they're content to move on.
Terror. That was risky. They just pretty much went between all those teams and said, you know what? We're just going to take the risk. And right here we see Seagut just going down. If you're in the water and you get knocked down, you're not going to be able to get revived. You're just automatically going to go ahead and die.
They tried to take advantage of the distraction, these two squads fighting each other, and unfortunately they swam directly in the line of sight here of a firefight that was going on. Other than that, maybe he would have gotten lucky there, but Seagut goes down, and there's still 16 teams on the board, so everyone here still in it. But you're going to see Wildcard start to play for position most likely and probably cut back on some of the aggressive play.
Definitely, we saw Team Japan there just waiting patiently, starting to move that car around, and look at this. We got BRK still in the same spot where they were able to go ahead and take out Cloud9. And more than likely, I noticed that Saad K already has been damaged a little bit, so they know the exact position here in Caveira, which came in huge with the AKM earlier. Just waiting patiently and letting them get a little bit closer.
This is an interesting compound to hold. This is definitely not one of your popular hotspots as far as big compounds to hold. Mostly one-story buildings here, and you even saw Team BRK hanging out in a shack a little bit earlier, but it paid off for them. They were able to wipe Cloud9, and here you see Terror getting hit a little bit by Torty. This is a big Russian bot from up in the hills. We got a real scrum going on.
My goodness, Team Terror decided to, might have been a little bit too aggressive there, as some of the players are being taken out.
Third-partied by LH Doyu. They finally made their way up from Novorobnoye. They get the knock and finish there on Team Terror. And oh no, they have gone down, it looks like.
Team Terror rips in the chat as they were getting third party by LH Doyu. And that's something we're going to see by a lot of teams. Just pretty much being able to go and pick up kills. Oh, watch out. You can't stay out for too long. You cooked that grenade for a little bit too long. LH Doyu just getting kills left and right. And they go ahead and push as soon as everybody went down. You know what? Let's go ahead and push, loot up as fast as we can, because more than likely, we are going to have to move towards the next safe zone.
Definitely. That was really impressive shooting there all the way around from LH Doyu. That's China's #1 finishing team in the qualifiers. They took out Europe's #2 team, Big Russian Bot, there after India's top team, Terror, was wiped out. So a lot of action going on, and that's one thing that I'm seeing develop here is a lot of third-party action. When two squads are fighting, look for a third squad to kind of chip in from the sidelines there and try to take advantage for themselves.
And Illuminate against Team Japan. Team Japan going up against GG. What are they going to do here? They're going to go ahead and try to engage. I don't think they even realize that another team's right next to him. Oh, we're going to actually start seeing a lot of smokes here as they're just trying to get through this terrain. GG waiting patiently. Ooh, he's actually, one of his teammates got knocked down. I didn't even notice that. And look at this. Team Japan just waiting patiently in the ground.
Look at that. Baraka's getting a knock right now on RRQ Athena over elsewhere on the maps. That's a really big engagement there as well. Baraka's having an insane game so far. He's already racked up 4 kills, and he's looking for more.
And GG there on a bad spot as they are not inside the safe zone. And now Team Japan noticed that as well. More than likely, they're going to back up a little bit and just wait for them to peek and come towards them so they can get them easy claps, baby. Team Japan looking really good there.
Oh, this zone. This is the worst final zone I think that exists on Erangel. This is oftentimes the battle of will it go north or will it go south of that river. And it looks like GT Doyu in that tower right on the banks is in prime position to hold it, and we'll see how they do holding that division. Oh, look at this.
Oh my God, just a barrier of all the cars. Baraka out, actually. Whoa, okay, but Illuminate, look at this barrier by Illuminate. And right here, GG decides to go ahead and push, and Team Japan was ready. They were just waiting for them to go ahead and push. They knew that they couldn't stay out there for too long.
LH Doyu is knocking everybody. They just took out another one of Wildcard's members. Wildcard is out. They will go out in 13th place. It looks like, oh my goodness, so much happening right now. RRQ is in it with GT Doyu, but LH Doyu is literally knocking everybody right now. So many different members of different squads popping up. They're really, really impressive so far.
And something I'm seeing towards the background there, GameStars is nearby, and they are just
They've
waiting
been
for
quiet.
they're being quiet this whole game. They're just pretty much waiting there towards the end. More than likely, I've heard them say when the kills count towards the end, but they can also be aggressive.
GameStars is notorious for kind of taking it slow early on, not really seeking a whole lot of action, but trying to find themselves very well positioned in the zone, moving very methodically and getting that best position early. This zone, however, the two spots that are the best positions have been occupied for a while now. GT Doyu right on the coast is really, really well positioned. And as we talked about, GameStars, they are taking on LH Doyu right now with GT Doyu chipping in from the sidelines, helping them out.
With a nice DP28. If he actually decided to go ahead and take out the car, that would be huge. GameStars just using those smokes. We have known they like to go ahead and just carry around 40 smokes between them. That is just an insane amount of smokes. Ooh, LHW pretty much just laying on the ground, laying down the fire with this UMP, trying to get somebody. And look at this, Team Japan! Oh my gosh, Team Japan getting pretty much unscathed there. Oh, they actually did lose one of their players. Two of their players.
That was a suicide mission right there. They absolutely get destroyed going through the area. Unbelievable stuff, and it looks like GameStar still content to hang out in the smokes as long as possible on that bank.
And Illuminate moving forward there towards the bank. That's something I actually never seen before. And here come the grenades. LHW playing this perfectly. Here come the nades, baby. Oh my goodness, how many nades does that man have?
Hopping in the car. Look at the timing there. Getting those cars into the zone. Nades out. Very, very well-oiled machine here. You see Evo's knocking CPT at the same time here.
And GT just trying to get them in. There you go. He got what he's wanted. That is Team Japan, I believe. That was the last player for Team Japan. And GTOU here just trying to finish. They actually got one more. Just ooh, careful. We saw what happened there earlier too. I believe it was Seagut from Wildcard. Oh my gosh, GameStars right next to him. LHW just coming in and just clearing people off. LHW playing that perfectly. Angry is very nearby. And oh my
look
goodness.
At this. Did he just get punched?
No, Angry. I think it was actually Sute. Sute came and clear him up. GameStars takes out LHW there on that exchange. Sute, the only one alive for GameStars.
Absolutely clutching it. Comes in and squad wipes LHW. What a turn of events right there on the ropes. But what happened was he chose the two knock players to take out and left up Angry, who got off some shots. Sute comes in, gets the clutch finish.
GTOU here now starting to get some shots here on Illuminate. Illuminate is in a very bad spot here. If they decide to peek, they're just going to go ahead and get taken out. And here we go. He sees another player. More than likely, he's going to go ahead and try to blow up the car.
That car is going to be done.
That car is gone.
Smokes are out.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's able to go ahead and explode the car and just take him out. But Illuminate still has two players underwater trying to move around and position themselves a little bit better. GTOU using those most
still in
advantage.
And they have just taken out CPT. It looks like Sute goes down to Majed from the Middle East. And oh my goodness, GameStars is out as well. RRQ on the receiving end from some GT Doyu bullets.
RRQ Athena here going up against BTR. GTOU, my gosh, look at this madness right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer to the end of the game as GTOU is now starting to push this sniper tower.
This circle is tiny and there's still 17 people alive, 6 teams left, fighting to get that top spot here in game number 1 of the global finals.
BTR jumps out. He's gonna get the AKM. He actually decides to back up. He's gonna be able to come out. He does take one down.
The huge kill, but he gets
knocked as well.
Oh my goodness, this is madness. Look at how many players in these smokes. It's just gonna be a complete luck fest. Who finds who first?
GTOU looking very strong right now. They do have Lucy very close by. They also have other players as they start jumping up. You don't want to jump up out in the open like that. GTOU is looking very, very deadly here as they're just waiting patiently in the circle. It is so small. And here comes the grenades, ladies and gentlemen, as GTOU is going to start pushing. Oh my gosh. This is an amazing push here by GTOU.
Nade's gonna go off, and they're gonna make their final push. There it is, he gets the kill. Team eliminated.
Oh, GTOU actually gets taken out there by Luxy. Is he gonna be able to finish them off? As another person, there you go, GTOU being able to get the finish. Is he gonna be able to pick up his teammate? As now Rusi is starting to move around, takes one down from GTOU, ladies and gentlemen.
This is crazy. You guys see the status right there on the screen. Evos and Bigatron with 4 members left alive. RRQ pushing in with their final 2, Senior and Q2E making their way in. It looks like they are going to try to hold this shack and get grenades up into the window here, but Qxi is really holding serve here. He's got great position and a perfect line of fire.
I'll have the tables there. GTOU now having the height advantage. They could actually go ahead and just loot those bodies as fast as they can. And oh my gosh!
Wow.
They blew up the cars. GTOU with the 200 IQ move there. They say they're too close to those cars. You know what? Let's just go ahead and finish them off.
So again, we've got Evos and GTOU both finished second place in their region. And look at this, Evos taking down. Oh, and there it is, Evos. The confidence does pay off, and they get the win in Game 1 of the Global Finals. Our top 3, Evos in number 1, and I didn't see the rest because it moved on. We'll cover that, though, in just a moment.
GTOU with a lot, and I mean a lot of kills there on that match. They were aggressive, keep in mind, 15 points per kill. Evos, they're looking happy, baby. They were in the right spot.
One team that really did well was GTOU. I believe they finished in second place. RRQ Athena in third place. All 3 of those teams expected to perform very well. None of them disappointed. GTOU, though, with tons of kills that game in that optimal position the entire time. Cannot wait to see what the scoreboard says here shortly.
Big congrats to Evos for taking that chicken dinner to start off the tournament here. GTOU not only getting second there, but also getting second in the exhibition match as well. So they've got to be kind of feared, I think, coming into this tournament.
Reasonably, I think that is one of the things. I mean, if you can make a habit of getting second place every game, you're going to win the tournament. That's just a really, really consistent showing. And they have not only been consistent, but they're being aggressive. They're making shots. Really, really solid stuff from all the teams really this game.
And Evo is there just being able to go ahead and take that first win. That is definitely going to go ahead and boost up their confidence even more. And I cannot wait to go ahead and see how they come out on game number 2. And something you mentioned, GTOU actually finishing second place on the exhibition match and now on this first ranked match. What are they gonna go ahead and try to change some stuff, because they have been playing very, very aggressive.
You don't change anything when you're finishing like that, my friend. You keep doing what you're doing, you rack up those points, and you rocket yourself right up the scoreboard. So at the end of day 1, you're sitting in that top spot.
I think something is exemplified from what we've seen here in game number 1. We now understand why Cloud9 was like, oh, Evo's just knocked us. Maybe we should back off a little bit, because they showed in that game that they are definitely very fearsome and something to contend with.
Definitely so. At the end of the game, Evos was blessed with a little bit of zone shift there. GTOU had to move out from that tower, and Evos was in prime position waiting for them. Somehow they were able to avoid most of that final fight between RRQ, Athena, and I mean, it was like just kind of waiting on the sidelines to see what happened, and we'll take the winner.
Yeah, there was so much action going on there between GTOU and just RRQ that honestly we didn't even pay attention there to Evos, and Evos just came in and they just took it like a champ.
Mark of a good team.
That's right, let's take a look at some of the highlights here, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
Jumping into the action, Illuminate early on, taking on a Galaxy team here, knocking a guy early, and this is where you saw the Samsung employees take off on a track meet from Small Power here, and ultimately they made it pretty far into the match, but probably didn't get the placement they were hoping for.
Yeah, LHW being able to go ahead and take the high ground there in Noble, finishing those kills, making sure to get those knocks, and actually right here, great place by them because they were able to go ahead and take people down. And early, as we were talking about, Cloud9 against GTOU, they're super early in the game. They engage, they knock one another, and then they say, you know what, let's back up a little bit.
Rolex's mom and dad right there on screen, actually cheering on their son as he takes out one of the Evos members. Unfortunately, they do go out early. A disappointing finish for them in the first game. And then we've got Hero getting blown up there by GTOU. What an impressive performance from them. I want to say that LHW was some of the best aim of the tournament so far. And you see Wildcard C got here getting crossed, trying to get across that river.
And Team Japan here playing this perfectly. They knew they had to push, blowing up that car, being able to get this easy kills. And LHW here just getting an amazing rush there. But Sute coming out on top of that engagement. Right here, GTOU under the bridge, waiting for eliminated people to go ahead and come out of that water and finish them off. And that grenade, I believe actually they blew up the car. being able to go ahead and take out those 2 players there from RRQ.
One of the dangers of having so many vehicles is you risk having them exploded. But look at that. Huge victory there for Team Evos. They are confident, they are good, and they are currently at top dog in game number 1.
Definitely good points coming in here, but look at that. Who gets the most kills? It's Do You overall. That's some, not only baby
Wow,
shot, that's some,
look at that. The Chinese team's absolutely destroying everyone else. The number 1 and number 2 teams from China putting up a combined 34 kills between them.
My gosh.
Wow.
That's some daddy sharks
Wow.
right there.
I knew that LH Goyu put together an impressive performance. You saw what GT Goyu did, but those numbers right there, yeah, I'm scared.
I mean, the big problem is that for all of the teams, Evos, despite them actually coming first in that game, they didn't get anywhere near the amount of kills that the other 2 teams did, and they were quite high up in the ranks, especially
GT Goyu finished in 2nd place. You can see big shout out to Baraka there, really holding it down, sitting in that shack there at the beginning of that fight. Really good stuff from them, but you see a lot of the Asian teams dominating the kill scoreboard there. Evos with a couple of members, LH Goyu with a couple of members, GT Goyu with a couple of members. Really nice stuff.
2 players there just currently tied with 8 kills already after game 1. My gosh, that's pretty awesome to see, to be completely honest. LH, Goyu Ace, and GT Akan tied with 8 kills for the most kills so far in the tournament.
I think that's very important to know, is that in the PUBG Mobile, in the game itself, we've seen it throughout regionals and regionals and regionals. Very rarely do you see teams in one game get that many kills. And on this world stage, that's